At the start of the round, normally you'll want to throw a Molotov deep for the outside entrance to stop T's from pushing out, and the best known way is from the back wall where the slope is. But you might be wondering, couldn't you throw this from close to mini? If you throw the Molotov from close to mini, it's actually too slow. T's with the best spawn will beat it. So that's why the Molotov from the slope is used. It lands in time because it's thrown from further back. You can also throw this flash that pops just above the outside entrance to stop T's from taking an early peek. This flash pushes them back, giving you more time to set up. Another important piece of utility is the cross smoke. This prevents T's from seeing you go into secret. With the best spawns, T's can see you cross into secret if you don't use a smoke. Being here allows you to catch any T's who quickly try to push down secret. The smoke also provides a pathway to play aggressively at T-red, giving you an opportunity to peek T's at the entrance of outside. You can also call for a flash if you don't want to peek it dry. If you play next to the small box, it gives you a shot at catching the T on top of silo. With the smoke up, you don't have to worry about the T's on the floor. Keep in mind though that if a T is boosted by the entrance, they can see your gun stick out. The power behind the cross smoke is once you get the kill, you can use it to fall back to safety as well. Using just the Molotov and flash, you can push up to the very right corner since the flash pushes off the initial peek and the Molotov reduces the chances someone will spot the gap. This could slot you in a position much closer than T's are expecting. You don't have to use this utility to play up close, you can also play at the back of Big Garage. The smoke covers the cross and allows you to play on the left side. From here you can cut off T's that walk into mini. Often their back will be towards you since they have to clear mini at the same time. However, you won't be able to catch T's jump from the top of mini towards CT. At most, you can only see their shadow. One position to directly counter this play is the closed left wall of Big Garage. T's hugging mini won't be able to see you, but a T on top of mini could see your foot. In Big Garage, you can also use this position next to the opening, slightly off from where CTs typically stand. This gives you a slight gap to spot the outside cross. From the T's point of view, you're positioned just at the moment they peek towards the hell windows, which is why the spot works so well. Aside from the ground, you also have to worry about T's coming from the silo, so how fast can a T get there? If they take one of the fastest routes, they can challenge at about 145, which means the moment you finish throwing your initial utility, they could already be there. If you know your opponents are rushing silo a lot, you can use this HE to punish them. In general, starting the round near mini allows you to be flexible since you're close enough to upper in case there's a rush, and there's enough cover to move back to Big Garage or towards the single box. Playing around the single box may feel risky, but it's actually quite protective. If the T's try spamming you through the box, each hit only does 2 to 4 damage if it's not a headshot. From this box, you can easily alternate peeking between the left and right sides, knowing that any damage you take through the box is very little. One of the most common things to deal with are the outside smokes. There are two common walls, the standard wall that blocks the cross from T-red to secret, and the diagonal wall that goes from mini to Big Garage. Sometimes you'll see a top mini waterfall smoke paired with the diagonal wall, which prevents you from seeing players on the top of silo or the top of mini if you're further back. Using an HE to break these smokes will allow you to catch the T's crossing. Timing the HEs is the hard part, but keep in mind a smoke lasts about 20 seconds and it takes about 4 seconds to walk from red to secret, so the window isn't as small as you might think. Something to watch out for is when teams throw 2 waves of smokes. The first wave is to draw out the initial HEs, while the second wave covers the actual cross once the CTs are out. So if you don't have any HEs, throwing a Molotov at the secret entrance can at least delay the cross, which gives you time to reposition knowing that T's won't move up until the flames are done. When you're in mini, you're actually close enough to hear footsteps on the cross outside. You might be able to track and spam them. Have a listen yourself. From mini, you can still spot the cross of CT and you can see the shadows of T's on top of mini. As well, from this right wall, you're close enough to hear if somebody throws a flash from secret. If T's can go down secret, often you'll want to rotate down vents to defend the choke point. If you expect they're coming fast, throwing a smoke to block will give you time to position yourself. If they haven't pushed up that quickly yet, you can jiggle peek with the smoke and spot the crack. As soon as a player crosses, you drop the smoke down. If you decide to go up the secret stairs, holding from the bottom of the first steps allows you to catch T's easily as they approach. This is because they tend to simply move forward as they reach secret rather than peek angle by angle. If you make it to the top of secret stairs, the biggest threat is the top of silo. Notice here that before Nico peeks T red, he peeks the common spots at the top of silo. He gives himself a chance before he exposes himself to T red, and for his actual peek at T red, he hugs the right wall to cover himself from the top right of silo. If you want to play further back, one question is whether it's better to play on the control stairs or the decontamination stairs. One thing to keep in mind is that before walking into the potential crossfire, Ts can actually Molotov the control stairs while they can't for the decontamination stairs. This is one reason why holding from the decontamination stairs is more preferred. Sometimes you'll want to play in a way where you can't die. Here's a jump spot position near decontamination that allows you to spot if Ts cross towards the control side. Since the top of your head hits the ceiling, it limits how long you're in the air, reducing your chances of dying. Although the Ts can quickly run by when you're doing this, you're very close to the site and can beat them there. A similar position exists on the control room side as well, but you do need to watch out for a possible boost, since they can set it up without worrying about the decontamination side. Here's some tricks that can help you. At the start of the round, you can use this spot on the top of big garage behind the circular unit. It looks like you're out in the open, but you can't be seen from the floor unless you're on the very right, so you only need to worry about the silo. From here, it's about picking and choosing when to commit. If the other team keeps doing a smoke wall, you can Molotov the spot where the smoke bounces and get it to pop early. Doing this creates a gap, making it possible to see them if they try to cross. If you stand on top of CT blue, you can see over the double diagonal smokes. Just make sure you're not too exposed to the silo. That's gonna be it. If you found this video useful, you'll probably want to watch this one too.